It's good, YouTube. Hope you're doing well. Late night here at the office is Monday. Just grinding a little bit. Nothing fancy on today's videos. I hope you guys been enjoying the way back Wednesdays. We'll kick those off again next week. But today I want to talk to you a little bit about burnout and taking the racehorse off the track. When I very first started my business, I can remember just running hours and hours and hours and hours, and like I'm not talking about, it's probably not even hours. It's like 5 hours, 10 hours, 15 hours straight with no breaks, nothing. And today, even though it's Monday, I took the whole weekend off. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you saw some pretty wild stuff. I still got a little bit of a knot right here. I smoked my head on top of one of my buddy's boats. I was not sober and hit my head and like left a big goose egg. But the point is that I had my phone off damn near the whole time, and I was just enjoying spending time with friends and kicking back and relaxing and partying. And while I'll tell you, you shouldn't do that every single weekend, especially if you're just getting started. It's okay to do that from time to time because you can't leave the racehorse on the track its entire life. You can't continue to just work 10-hour, 15-hour days 7 days a week for weeks or months on end. It won't work. You'll end up burnt out. And I know there's a lot of guys. Cardone says, "Oh, you can't burn out. I'm a spirit. I'm a soul." What? It's bullshit. You'll get burnt out. You have to rest your body. You have to get adequate sleep. You have to eat right. You have to take care of yourself. Entrepreneurship is a long-term game. Sales, even being in sales, it's a very mentally challenging game. And for the first few years of entrepreneurship, unless you're venture capital backed, you've really not really got a chance to have people working. Look, it's what time is it? 6 o'clock. My team's still dinging me here. I mean, you have to take a break. You have to take yourself off of the racetrack. I'll show you guys my meditation room because today I was getting a little burnt out. It's my dual. I don't think I've ever shown you guys my office. So this is a standing desk. Don't mind the M&Ms in the background. Those are my end-of-day treat. Kind of psychologically trick myself out. But you see here, it's a pretty cool desk. Just goes up. Yep, standing desk and then dual monitors. So all about efficiency. But I'll show you guys. Screen's pretty dirty. Ugh, there we go, much better. I'll show you guys the meditation room. So right here is the meditation room. So nothing too crazy. Turn a light on and we can dim it down. And then so when I come in here and shut the door, I'm completely closed in. There's no windows. It's all very, very quiet. And so what I'd like to do is just dim the lights down all the way until they're off. You probably won't be able to pick it up here. You can still see them. There's a little bit on, so you can't see it on the camera, but I'm still on here. And then I use this Muse headband. So this thing, this thing goes on like this, like a Charles Xavier experiment. You guys know Charles Xavier from X-Men. So this thing goes across your head and it reads your brain waves. It's pretty crazy. And then it's tied into an app here on the tablet. And so I created this meditation room, honestly being kind of stingy because I wanted it for myself. But I went in there and I had to meditate for 30 minutes today because even though I took a whole weekend off, I still was like, I walked into a shitstorm this morning. I mean, and it's like that sometimes. I'm just now to the point where I've been doing this long enough. I've grown to just realize that, it is what it is. If you walk into a shitstorm, you just deal with it. But the funny thing is like by probably 1 o'clock, lower this desk back down. By 1 o'clock today, I was just burnt, man. I was like burnt out, and I knew that I had a creative meeting this afternoon with Andy and Christine, two of my team members, and there's just no way in hell I was going to be able to be present, be in the moment, focus on what they needed me to focus on, have the mental juices. And even now I'm getting a little foggy, so it's been 3 or 4 hours. I also have caught myself. I didn't drink near enough water today. But, taking yourself off the track, giving your time to yourself to rest and recover is is vital. I mean, it is absolutely vital to your long-term success. I know business guys that died at 45 years old because they had a heart attack because of the stress. And even a few years ago, I mean, when I lost the gym in 2017, it was a $500,000 in real estate and a six-figure company. When that went under, man, that was bad. Like, stress was at an all-time high. I was tapped out of my credit lines. I mean, this was just 5 years ago. I had very little cash. I had all my credit lines tapped out. See, I'd sold my lawn and landscape company and took all that cash and plowed it into other business ventures. So I bought some real estate, and then I had my fitness center. And when you're at those high levels of stress like that, you're not operating at your peak performance. Jeff Bezos says this. He says that you pay senior vice president and vice president level people a lot of money to make 3 to 5 really important decisions each day. Isn't that crazy? Dude's a billionaire. Pays these guys hundreds of thousands of dollars. He expects them to make 3 to 5 decisions a day. He knows that you can't just push and push and push and push and push and push and push. And I mean, listen, I demand a lot out of my team. We are a high performance organization. I only want people that are in high performance mode that want to make a lot of fucking money. And that is, I guess the yin and the yang effect is that I also know that I have to be okay with when my guys need days off. It's the same thing for you. You have to take days off. You have to recharge yourself. You have to make sure you're getting a lot of sleep. Keith Kalfas and I talk about this, like when the season is over, right? Like when you get in November, December, like you need to take a couple of days in pure isolation and just completely shut your system down, shut your body down, no stimulants whatsoever. Maybe read a book and that's it. Off your phone, off the TV, off of all connections, and let your mind recharge. That's what I love about the meditation room is that I went in there and I did a 20-minute meditation, which if any of you guys meditate, leave me a comment down below because it's not easy. I mean, 20 minutes feels like forever when you're meditating. But you've got to calm your mind down. You got to focus on your breathing. You have to close your eyes because so much of the stimulation that we have nowadays is from screens. I mean, Jesus, look at my office. Like these are my comm channels. So this is Ring Central and then our messaging app. Here's YouTube because I was like pulling up and looking at the videos. And then I've got my CRM and my Gmail set up here. And so I'm constantly all day long looking and staring at screens, and it's not good for your eyes, and it really creates a lot of fatigue. So I just want to make this video, like, as much as I'm like hustle, hustle, it's worth it. That's my slogan. Like that, I believe that if you're in a place where you have nothing, you can get yourself out of it by hustling. But bing, Andy's not going to edit this one up, but like that little asterisk, right? With so many of my messages, there's an asterisk at the end, and it says, "But you have to something, something, something." On this one, it's hustle, it's worth it, but you have to take care of yourself. You have to relax. You have to recharge. You can't leave the racehorse on the track its entire fucking life. It doesn't work. You're no different. You're a racehorse. Treat yourself like $1 million racehorse. You'd probably start acting a lot differently if you looked at yourself that way. If your goal is to make $1 million at some point in your life, you're the $1 million racehorse. Are you treating yourself that way? Are you feeding yourself that way? Are you sleeping and resting enough? One crazy thing that I'll share with you real quick before I end this video is I just started something new. I actually had never been before, and I didn't really think there was a problem that I needed to worry about, but I actually just joined a chiropractic office, meaning like as a patient. So Dr. Walter, he actually came to a political fundraiser that I hosted a few weeks ago for a couple of state representatives and Congressman Thomas Massey. And when he came, I talked to him. He said, "Hey, I'm a chiropractor, blah, blah." I was like, "Man, you know what? I like pop my neck all day long. I'll come like do the consultation thing. See if there's anything wrong." Bruh, if I could show you guys my x-rays, holy shit. Like, I mean, I played football, so it was like my back has a curve like this, right? And the top part. and then the bottom part, it curves like this. I mean, like, I don't have scoliosis, but it fucking looks like it from the x-rays. It's pretty crazy. And so he's like, yeah, you know, DJ, it's just like how your posture is. Like, they gave me this crazy thing. I'll show you guys this. Like, they put this in my shoe. It's like a little wedge or something like that, a lift, I guess. And so my hips were like 18 millimeters off, like offset. Pretty crazy, right? But again, it's just like the longevity of your spine and your muscle system surrounding your spine and your nervous system. Like, it's super important. And so I want to spend money less. It was like $1,800 with my insurance, but I spent the money. I'm getting adjustments. They got me on a little routine. I'm taking care of myself. And that's what I don't think a lot of entrepreneurs or business people focus on, is like, they get so focused on making the money and doing the money thing that when it comes to their body, when it comes to taking time off, when it comes to recharging and unplugging, they don't put enough focus on that. And so while like their focus on their money might be at like a 12 out of 10, their focus on their health and their fitness and their rest and their recovery is like a 2 or a 3 out of 10. I would urge you, take that 12 down to like a 9, and then take, you know, the 2s and the 3s, try to get them up. You know, there's an acronym that a mentor taught me one time. It was FRESH, F-R-E-S-H, and it stood for finances, relationships, environment, spirituality, health, and fitness. And those are the 5 pillars of life. And I've got videos about them on my channel and stuff, but that last one, that health and fitness side of it, is so important. So if you're feeling burnout, don't feel bad for taking time off. Don't feel bad for unplugging or recharging. It's just something that you have to do. It's just part of the game. It's part of learning patience. And I get it. It's totally hard. Like, if you're that rat on the wheel, right? And you're just like, man, I got to get off this thing. I never have enough money. I'm living paycheck to paycheck, or I'm trying to start my business. Trust me, I've been there. I get it. I just did it really young. I was 18, so I didn't have a lot of expenses. I still lived at home. I took advantage of my situation, and it's afforded me to be in an opportunity where we've got a big, nice 3,000 square foot office, 40 employees across the globe. We actually just brought 3 more on this morning on the dialer team. And I tell you this because there's so much messaging out there, myself included. Hustle, it's worth it. Hashtag hustle, it's worth it. There's so much pressure on you to just go. I wanted this video to kind of be a counterbalance today, to let you know that you can slow down, you can recharge, you can take time off. It's okay. You're not weak. You're not any less of an entrepreneur. You're not any less of a business person. You can still achieve great things. I would tell you, have the patience and look long term versus short term, because that's real success. Long term. I want long term results, not short term results. Short term results is what cost me $500,000 in real estate and a 6-figure company. Long term results are putting me in places where now I can do deals with people that I never thought I would ever even meet, let alone be doing business with them. So don't be afraid to check yourself out, recharge. Listen, it doesn't have to be expensive either. I'll give you this tip. I know I gotta wrap this thing up, right? With 13 minutes in. I'll tell you, one of the other big things too is, like, don't be afraid. Like, and be afraid is not the right word. Don't overcomplicate your time off. Don't overcomplicate. Like, it's as simple as saying, honey, you're gonna have to watch the kids for a couple days. I've got to go recharge. If you don't have that type of relationship, there's something you need to work on as well. But if you don't have a spouse, you can that you can say, hey, I need a couple days recharge, and then you don't have to leave. You don't have to go anywhere. Stay at a Holiday Inn Express for $100 a night for a couple nights, and just get out of the loop and focus on your health, your mental health. Focus on your happiness. Recharge, sleep. A lot of us, man, we're just dragging because we don't sleep enough. Anyone who said that sleep's for the dead, or, you know, I'll sleep when I'm dead, I got to make money now, like, they don't understand the game. Some of these guys that I'm meeting at high levels, dude, they work like 3 hours a day, and then they just spend time thinking, and then in isolation and in recovery, and they're focusing on their body. It's all about balance, man. It's all about balance. So hopefully this helps. Yeah, a little bit. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know when's the last time you took off. Let me know if you're feeling burnt out, recharged. Also, got to give a shout out to the people that are emailing me. I love hearing from you guys. I love reading your comments. Keep those things coming. I really, really appreciate it. And we got a lot of great content. Hopefully, you guys have enjoyed the stuff we've been putting out. Started dropping videos 3 times a week since the beginning of June, so we're 2.5 months in. Andy and I are still working on some stuff. We're going to bring back next week. We're going to bring back the Way Back Wednesday. We've got a lot of comments about those, so hopefully you guys enjoy some videos from back when I made them. I've got some old stuff. It'll probably never see the light of day, but I've got some videos. I've been making these things a long time, so it's cool, man. It's just my body of work, and it's something that I'll leave around, and will continue on my legacy long after I'm gone. So with that being said, here's to your success. See you guys in the next video.